Hello everyone, I'm Santiago and today I'm gonna be testing the Witcher franchise on the RTX 2060. If you want to see how it runs on different GPUs, link in the description and the pinned comment. I tested this franchise multiple times, so you can see how it runs on different things. So first I'll quickly talk about the Witcher 1. This is a very old game, but it's not very well optimized. In this case, with this CPU and GPU, you can do 4K just fine at over 60 frames per second basically all the time. Expect lower FPS if you have a CPU with lower single-threaded performance, something like a Ryzen 1st or 2nd gen, but in general you should be having a great experience anyways, because this is more of a point-and-click thing, so if you lower the resolution you'll still be over 60 frames all the time. And I'll talk to you again on the Witcher 2. Now I'm testing the Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. This one was really demanding when it released, and nowadays you can run it on basically anything. I'll be showing you 4K with almost the maximum settings. The things that I avoided and you should avoid as well are oversampling, which is a huge performance hit. You have no jaggies whatsoever, but it's very demanding on the GPU even nowadays. You're better off forcing 4K on a 1080p display than doing 1080p with oversampling. Personal opinion, of course. And also the cinematic depth of field. It's a super taxing depth of field option that again I recommend you turn off, but if you want to have it on, do it only on cutscenes. So disable the depth of field on gameplay if you want to enable cinematic depth of field. Then due to the high resolution I also disabled the anti-aliasing option. And we're basically at 60 frames per second with some drops into the mid-50s with many effects on screen. But in general you stay at over 60, and if you lower the resolution to 1440p or 1080p, it will be over 60 no matter what, all the time. And I'll talk to you again on the Witcher 3.
Blow the lilies! Blow the lilies! Reavers! Kill the Witcher!
Finally, I'm testing The Witcher 3. On this one I'll be doing 1080p, 1440p, 1800p and 4K. On 1080p and 1440p you can use maximum settings just fine and be over 60 all the time. I'll also be using Hairworks on 1080p, but I recommend you disable it. There's a huge performance uplift with having it disabled. Then at 1800p I lower a couple things to high and from HBAO Plus to SSAO to be closer to 60 frames per second. And at 4K I'll show you two configurations, one on basically medium settings and the other one on the maximum settings, so you can see what performance to expect. But yeah guys, that's about it. I hope you keep enjoying the video, thanks for watching and see you next time.
Stop going there after they sold me 30
Did you see those poor wretches who fled Velen?
The thinking
Afterwards.
will seem right
All
away,
that
but the best
steam.
deal
Ain't a
in that
kingfisher, you're sorted for at least 2 days. Just gotta adjust the... where they tossed the leftovers.
Come on, Roach. Go. Oh!
Should have stayed in the forest.
No lollygagging.
Snake eye. Got a snake's tongue as well.
The eternal fire will guide us.
Bet you're sweaty in all that armour
What do you care?
when you rub sweat on me.
You don't feel something's dead lately. Stop going there after they sold me 30.
Taking care of the cobblers.
Move it!
The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best
Ain't
deal
a
in this
kingfisher,
side.
you're sorted
Move
for at least
it!
2 days.
Duty calls?
Just gotta adjust...
I bloody well told him not to stick his arse where he don't belong.
Wonderful.
In the free city.
Got my eye on you, white one.
The butcher at the back end.
Our world will burn! Burn in the eternal fire!
Bet you're sweaty in all that armour
What do you care?
when you rub...
My, what a freak.
after I... Oh, he's a war veteran. Spare me a crown.
Move on.
Hold on!
Right, buy
Hey
tomorrow
now!
what you can buy today.
Ooh.
Mug like that won't get you a copper. Got to be elegant like me.
Fall upon your knees before the eternal fire.
So much work.
Mutant!
Move on.
Bet you're sweaty and all that armour.
Or you care.
Wouldn't you rather sweat on me?
Something's dead lately. Stop going there after they sold me dirty beast.
Eternal fire protects us. Gives monsters... These are
I'm warning you.
practices.
Eight at the Kingfisher, you'll sort for at least 2
Watch
days.
where you step.
Just gotta
I bloody well told him not to stick his arse where he don't belong.
Duty calls.
That's just talk.
No lollygagging.
Oh,
Fiends take you.
oh,
Hey!
oh.
Degeneracy. The downfall of civilization. Moral decay.
Bet you're sweaty and all that armour.
Or you care.
Wouldn't you rather sweat on me?
Something's dead lately. Stop going there after they sold me dirty... Oh, he's a war veteran. Spare me a crown.
They ought to never let your kind in, no
Right,
regret.
buy tomorrow what you can buy today.
8 at the Kingfisher, you're sorted for at least 2 days. Just gotta adjust the position.
Trouble?
Oh,
Proper. Still not safe enough.